Live from Toronto, Canada, The Conspiracy Show with Richard Syrett from Zoomer Radio, AM 740.
Welcome to the Audio Imaginarium, friends, up here in the Great White North. We recently endured a major ice storm that knocked out electricity for hundreds of thousands across southern Ontario, and up in Thornhill, north of Toronto, the Syrett clan, plus Yayavula, were without power or heat, for just under 40 hours. We were lucky, because tens of thousands more were without heat or power right through Christmas, and some are still without power. We managed just fine, despite being ill-prepared, I have to admit. The mighty Aphrodite boiled water for coffee on the barbecue outside, and I gathered some frozen wood, and the streets were littered with downed branches of considerable size. So we burned some frozen logs, and the boys played Monopoly by candlelight. As I say, we managed just fine. Our ancestors could do it every single day of their lives, going without, so I'm sure, we were able to cope with just a mild inconvenience. But a valuable experience, I thought. And I must say, a Christmas to remember. Hope your Christmas was equally merry and blessed. Sorry I couldn't be with you as I intended, but I had to keep the home fires burning, quite literally. I think we'd be wise, however, to look at the power outage that we just endured as a dress rehearsal. Let us hope and pray we are all properly prepared for when the lights go out for a really, really long time. And unfortunately, I think that day is coming. Tonight, however, we have heat, we have electricity, we have the radio. And thanks for allowing me on yours. For people of a certain age, the power outage during Christmas reminded them of their youth, of Christmases past. My mother-in-law, only knew Christmas by coal oil lanterns and wood stoves. My mother recalls traveling by horse and cutter to her grandparents to celebrate Christmas. If only it were possible to go back in time and revisit the Christmases of our youth. I believe one day it will be possible. Time travel, that is. As the great theoretical physicist Michio Kaku says, in Einstein's equation, time is a river. It speeds up, meanders, and slows down. The new wrinkle is that it can have whirlpools and fork into two rivers. So, if the river of time can be bent into a pretzel, create whirlpools, and fork into two rivers, then time travel cannot be ruled out. Until then, until the day we have time travel, there is a way to travel back in our minds to the past, even previous lives. It's called past life regression therapy. And over the years, I've conducted several live past life regressions on the air. And for our last show of 2013, I thought it'd be fun and interesting to do another one. And if you've never heard of past life regression therapy or never witnessed one, you're in for a treat. Whether or not you believe in reincarnation, and in all honesty, I have to say that I don't, but it's hard not to admit after witnessing one, a regression therapy, that is, a regression, that there is something genuine and truly quite remarkable going on during a past life regression. With that said, we have several guests in studio for the first hour. One is a registered hypnotherapist and past life regression therapist, and the other is our subject, a woman who has agreed to undergo a regression to see if she can discover who she may have been in a previous life. Now, off the air, before the show started, she was placed in a deep hypnotic trance. We had to do that off the air because there are actual rules in radio that prevent you from doing hypnosis live on the air. Otherwise, some of you driving tonight, including our good old Dr. Ginescu, who's heading up the 400 to his home in Barrie, might find themselves in a hypnotic state behind the wheel, and we certainly don't want that to happen. So our subject tonight, Christine, who is a painter from the High Park neighborhood here in Toronto, is seated across from me, and as I say, in a deep hypnotic state, ready to undergo a past life regression. Now, we also have in studio our hypnotherapist, Debbie Papadakis. She was destined to be a teacher, healer, lifelong student of the human mind. At a very young age, she carried a deep passion and curiosity about the nature of the human mind and human personalities. She grew up in Greece, a country where superstition and misapprehension about hypnosis still exists today. There was a limited amount of books written in her native language on the topic to feed her curious mind. Luckily, she was delighted to find a vast collection of English hypnosis books when she moved to Canada at the age of 20. What started out as a career in psychotherapy exposed Debbie to the study of human dynamics, where she recognized an increased need in employing hypnotherapy and past life exploration techniques to treat her clients. This led her to advance her practice by becoming a Reiki master, a past life regression trainer practitioner, neurolinguistic programming practitioner, doctor of holistic medicines, registered master hypnotherapy practitioner, and a licensed holistic practitioner. Wow. She's been featured in Oprah's O magazine, City TV, City News, Slice TV, and many more. Other hypnotists flock to Debbie Papadakis for her specialized trainings at conferences all over North America to learn her proven modalities and innovative techniques. Debbie Papadakis is also the owner of Hypno Healing here in Toronto. Debbie, great pleasure to have you back on The Conspiracy Show. How are you?
Thank you, Richard. What an introduction. Wonderful. And hi to everybody all over the world, the listeners. I am fine, Richard. How about you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. And it's great to have you, as I say. So you're sitting next to our subject tonight, Christine. Mm-hmm. What are we hoping to find out about Christine's previous lives?
Well, Christine is as you mentioned, she's an artist, and she does wonderful paintings, and she sells them all over the world. And she's her question was, I would like to find out if there was something, if I was a painter in the past. And so we can investigate that and find out if she was. And we can bring some of her skills from the past so to improve her work even today. Because through past life regression, we can go back and re-experience our skills. And we can bring them along back today through our work.
I was sitting here watching you place Christine in, what do we call it? We call it a hypnotic trance?
Hypnotic state.
A hypnotic state.
Or a trance state.
And what is that exactly? What is going on with our brain waves when we're placed in a hypnotic state?
I don't think anybody knows what's going on. And I know people talking about we go to the alpha state or different states. But in reality, nobody knows what's going on. But we already have this state. It's that state that is the conscious mind is gone. It doesn't go to sleep, but it just calms down, and we have access to the subconscious mind, where all information exists, all our memories, our imagination, our memories are from generations and generations, from our past, whatever that is, for I don't know how many, I can't even say years. All information exists there. So through this state, which is basically calming the conscious and allowing the subconscious to come to the surface, we can enter that state, and then we can work with it.
So you're going to take her back to a previous life?
To a previous life, because I will ask her to go to a previous life. I haven't asked her yet. I just ask her to go inside of her to find her own inner peace, her own even relaxed state, which took me about 5 minutes. And which she did very nicely. And if you see, her eyes are blinking, and her body's just relaxed. And
she looks very relaxed, but she's totally aware of what's going on.
She's totally aware of what's going on. And if I work another 5 minutes with her, if I really want to, and use a different language, I can take her to a place where she's not going to even want to listen to us. But at this time she is. because there are different states. We can go to a much further state if we want to. But at that state, you don't do any work. We only do work for pain management, and that's the other state.
Well, why don't we begin the process then of...
talking to Christine? You can talk to her. Or you want to ask a question? You can.
I want you to begin taking her to this previous life, and then if I have a question, I'll interject.
Okay, wonderful. So just, Christine, I'm just going to ask you just relax, Katie, take a deep breath, allow yourself to all the way, couple of deep breaths again, and now I'm going to ask you to, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. At each count, you drift yourself back, all the way back to another time, another life, another situation, another body, another place, where this artwork that you do, the work you have, the love you have for painting has started at some point. Your subconscious knows exactly where to take you. Just allow the information to come to you easily, effortlessly. I'm going to count from 1 to 5. At 5, you'll be there. 1, going back in time, all the way back in time. 2 and 3, 4 and 5, you are there. Take a deep breath and start talking.
I'm a young girl.
I'm a young girl. Where?
I'm in the Netherlands. I'm on a farm.
Mm-hmm.
And my family is working hard on this farm.
What are you guys growing?
Potatoes.
Potatoes, okay.
Potatoes. It's a beautiful... Our home is beautiful. A hut. And there's a strange man with a easel. Okay,
Christine, 1 minute. We're going to put your chair a little closer because we need the mic to be closer, okay? Just give us a... Thank you. It's okay. It's okay. You're okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's fine. We just had to move Christine a little closer to the mic. Thank you. Just take a deep breath and just describe. You're doing very well.
So just to recap, she's growing up. She's a little girl in the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
I have clogs on my feet, wooden clogs. They look funny. I'm drudging in the mud, and I'm noticing that there's a sort of a scraggly, raggedy man with an easel.
Mm-hmm. And how old are you?
12.
Are you a boy or girl?
Girl.
Girl. And what's your name?
They call me Helene.
Helene. All right. Listen, we're just heading into a break. Let's just sort of leave her there in the Netherlands for the time being. We'll come back. Our regression subject, Christine, an artist from Toronto, experiencing a past life, live on the air, Debbie Papadakis from the Hypno Healing Institute here on The Conspiracy Show. Don't you dare go away.
Peering into the shadows where the truth often hides. You're listening to The Conspiracy Show with Richard Syrett from Zoomer Radio, AM 740. Tune in to the Happy Gang. Bill Gable, Eva D, and John Gallagher, weekday mornings on Zoomer Radio, the new AM 740, where there are no sour grapes.
I know you love AM 740. It's one of your favorite stations.
Oh,
Eva D, Bill Gable.
I listen to it. I even listen to the news, traffic, and the whole deal.
Oh!
I love that station.
And that other co-host, the Happy Gang, John Gallagher. What's he all about?
Well, I don't know. I don't know about him, but he's good. He's got a great last name, anyhow. Smiling Irishman.
And then he kissed you. Don Cherry gave you a kiss.
He kissed me.
Wake up with the Happy Gang at AM 740.
This season is all about giving. Why not give something back with Petro-Canada's Canadian Olympic glass? Each purchase helps to support our Canadian Olympic athletes. So buy one for someone special, or buy a set of 4 for 4 times the support. Get yours today, exclusively at participating Petro-Canada locations for only $3.99. Available for a limited time. Petro-Canada, fueling the dreams of Canadian Olympic athletes since 1988. It's what you'd expect from Canada's gas station.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Who are they?
The design team from Royal Home Improvements.
That's funny. I was just thinking about renovating the bathroom.
And the kitchen?
Yeah.
Paul Napolitano and his team at Royal Home Improvements are so in tune with what you want, it's like they know before you do.
Count on Royal Home Improvements' 40-plus years of experience and dedication to excellence in building you the renovation of your dreams, maximizing every inch of livable space in making your home functional as well as beautiful.
I like that.
Now, something you're going to love. Royal Home Improvements Winter Housewarming Gift. It just might get you those glass tiles you want.
Okay, now that's just freaky.
Book your renovation today and receive your valuable winter housewarming gift. It's available for a limited time.
Call 416-236-4400 or visit royalhomeimprovements.ca. Seniors never pay tax with Royal Home Improvements. Proud to partner with the Sick Kids Foundation.
Where there's smoke, there's The Conspiracy Show with Richard Syrett from Zoomer Radio, AM 740.
Tell us what you see again. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
So, I know my mother and my father are in the field working.
Is there anybody that any of these people, your mother, father, or anybody else that you know them in this current life?
I recognize my aunt. There's 4 adults, 2 men, 2 women. The mother and the father I don't, but the aunt looks to me like my sister.
Oh.
In this lifetime.
Wow. If you're just joining us, The Conspiracy Show, our past life regression therapist, Debbie Papadakis, is in studio from the Hypno Healing Institute here in Toronto. You may have read about her in Oprah's O magazine, and our regression subject is an artist by the name of Christine who resides in High Park, Toronto, and she's reliving a previous life. She's under a past life regression, and she's in the Netherlands. She's 12 years old. Her name is Helene. And do we know what year we're in?
What year are you, Helene?
1885.
Thank you. And
there's a funny man painting our hut.
Mm-hmm.
He has a straw hat on his head.
Do you know his name?
I'm coming up to him now. And I'm watching him paint our house. And he paints like he's painting our house, but every piece of straw on the canvas looks alive.
What are you deciding or feeling or deciding when you see this man create these incredible paintings?
I'm mesmerized.
Uh-huh. And what is your decision at that time?
I want to play with colors. He puts, there's energy in the colors that he's putting on the palette.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the canvas. It's so alive.
That's right. And Christine have said earlier that every time people stay near her paintings, the people become calm. And
yes. She's as I said earlier, she's an oil painter.
Yeah.
And she mentioned to me off the air that when people buy her paintings, they are very calmed by them.
Yeah.
So
she smiled.
I just saw him sign the painting. It's Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. There you go.
Van Gogh.
So she learned from the master.
And the year?
1885.
Yeah.
What part of the Netherlands is she in? Can she tell us?
What part of the Netherlands are you?
It's a farm. It's a potato farm. Noyen.
Is she able to...
I'm going to count from 1 to 3. The name is going to come very clear to you. 1, 2, 3. Just say it.
Noyen.
And from now on, until we finish, I'm going to be asking questions. Also, Richard is going to be asking questions. I would like you to respond to Richard also. Thank you. So you can ask any question.
Are you able to speak to Van Gogh?
I'm right beside him. He's very intensely concentrating on his colors. He doesn't look like he would be happy if I bother him. I'm excited. I'm very excited watching him work.
And this is your house that he's painting?
Yeah.
And where is this painting today?
It's in an art gallery.
Which one?
Amsterdam.
Ah.
And what are the colors? Look at how he's shaking. What are the colors of this?
Many strokes. So many strokes. A yellow hatch. Yellow straw roof. Dirty white.
Can you take us... Her hands, yes, they are shaking.
Yeah.
Can you take us to another period in her life?
The same life or another life?
The same life.
Okay. I am going to count from 1 to 3. At 3, I would like you to go to another time where you... that was a significant event for you that you have... with the knowledge that you're going to gain, you're going to improve your life today. 1, 2, and 3. You are there. Just tell us where you are.
I'm in a church.
Uh-huh.
I'm in a church. There's a christening. A christening is happening.
Who's christening? Who's christening? Who's being baptized?
Who is being baptized?
I think my aunt had a child.
And what's the name of the baby?
Hans.
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 And please tell us your last name.
Migudi.
Can you spell it for us?
Migudi. M C G O D.
Okay.
Yes, there's a disturbance in the church. My parents are not too happy.
What is the disturbance about?
Something to do with their portraits were painted.
By whom?
By Van Gogh.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not pleased because they are peasants. They feel like they're being made fun of.
Your parents were depicted as peasants.
They are peasants.
Because of the way he painted them. So what do?
They don't understand. They don't understand art. They don't understand the beauty in the art.
Does she meet Van Gogh again? Do you meet Van Gogh again, Christine?
We go as a family to Amsterdam. He gives me a paintbrush. But I'm older now. I'm like 19.
Have you painted have you done any paintings?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm busy helping on the farm.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to go to school and learn.
Did you go to school and learn later on?
No,
Did you learn how to paint?
only secretly.
Mm-hmm. Did you paint any? Did you create any paintings that later on?
I didn't have supplies.
Mm.
No.
Just take deep breaths.
Why did she have to paint secretly? Did her parents not approve?
Was there any reason for you not painting secretly?
No supplies.
No supplies.
No supplies.
Mm-hmm. I would like to know what is again the decision you made at the time about paintings.
It was a way to stay young,
Mm-hmm.
to feel alive, to create a world in the colors.
Mm-hmm. And you
world.
took this want and need and desire and brought it to this current life, isn't it?
Brought it in my heart.
I brought my heart.
Can you take her to another period in her life? Does she have family? Does she have a family of her own?
You in the same life or another life?
The same life.
The same life. Okay, Christian. Just I'm going to count again from 1 to 3. At 3, you will go to a much later time in the same life, and you will be able to describe all things that happen in details. And perhaps there is some significant event that is worth looking at right now. 1, 2, 3. Tell us what's going on.
Well, I'm a grandmother now.
How many children do you have?
6.
6 children. And how about, do you have a husband?
My husband's passed away.
Uh-huh.
What year is it now?
1920.
1920. And what happened there?
I'm in my house.
Can you describe your house?
Yeah, it's a rocking chair, fireplace,
Mm-hmm.
big burning stove, pipe.
How about your address? Can you give us your address, please? You exactly know your address. 1, 2, 3.
Looks like 23 Valley Strauss.
Mm-hmm.
In what town?
What town?
Still Noyen.
Noyan. Thank you.
My parents were the best potato farmers in this town.
Mm.
What else is going on in your life? You're a grandmother. What else?
I knit.
Mm.
I'm knitting. I knit little booties. Keep myself busy.
Wonderful. And this time, should I take her to another life or?
Can you take her to the moment where she leaves this body?
Okay. And this time, thank you, Christian. You're doing well. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. At 3, you will be at the end of this life, at the event of your death and the death experience, but you will not feel the feelings. You're just going to watch this event with an adult comprehension without any feelings, and you'll be able to watch your body from above. 1, going towards the death experience. 2 and 3. Tell us what's going on.
I'm in my bed.
Mm-hmm.
I had a heart attack. My children are around my bed.
Where are you watching from?
I'm above my bed, watching down on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm free, I'm lifting, I'm weightless, I'm observing.
Mm-hmm.
How old is she?
How old are you?
I'm in my 70s. I like this feeling of being weightless. I have no emotions. I'm just watching.
That's right. And just go above that. Just continue. Go above higher and higher until
I see a light.
Mm-hmm. Just follow the light.
Going to the light. As I go up, I feel like I'm being encased in this love.
Feel that love and memorize that love. Memorize that love into your heart, into your whole body.
It's very I feel like I'm in a pink light, energy, vibration, circles.
Does she leave behind any regret from this life?
And now I would like you to look at the life that you just passed. Was there anything that you could have done better?
Well, I did more what was better for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was a life of giving and doing and being and obeying. Not much exploration for what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
For what I would have liked to have done.
Mm-hmm. From spiritual point of view, what are the gifts that you received from that life?
A hunger.
Mm-hmm.
Hunger for self-expression.
Mm-hmm.
For doing what my heart wants to do, for what my heart wants to sing, to do.
All right, we're going to head into a break. Debbie Papadakis, past life regression therapist from Hypno Healing Institute, our subject tonight. Christine, an artist from Toronto, will take a time out, come back. Maybe we can bring Christine out of her deep hypnotic state, and we'll ask her a few questions and find out what she saw, what she felt. Back with more of The Conspiracy Show. Don't go away.
Loose lips sink ships, and sometimes corporations. Got something to say? Call Richard Syrett now at 416-360-0740 or toll free in Ontario 1-866-740-4740.
It takes a great artist or a very good year for a song to make it here.
It's the Happy Gang Top 10 at 10 at AM 740.
Listen weekday mornings at 10. Brought to you by Casino Rama.
Unique lives.
Astronaut Chris Hadfield, Academy Award winner Glenn Close, music icon Marie Osmond, and more.
Unique experiences.
The new Classical 96.3 FM is proud to be the official radio sponsor of Unique Lives 2014, the engaging live lecture series at Roy Thompson Hall.
Listen, learn, interact.
To order your tickets, call 416-872-4255 or go to uniquelives.com.
Presented by the Toronto Star and sponsored by the new AM 740.
Are you dying in your sleep? That's where I can help. I'm Dr. Ron Goldstein, sleep apnea clinician with a home test for sleep apnea that gives us a more realistic result. No clinics. Sleep how you normally sleep in your own bed. It's called, appropriately, a home sleep test, but I prefer to think of it as a real wake-up call.
Search online Dr. Goldstein Sleep Apnea and book a free consultation today.
Coming January 1st to Vision TV.
You are in at the beginning of something amazing.
Jeremy Piven is Mr. Selfridge, creator of the finest department store that London has ever seen. A man who knows what shoppers want. A man who knows what women want.
You've been creating quite a stir, haven't you?
And one little scandal could end it all.
We are going to show the world how to make shopping thrilling.
Don't miss the network premiere of Mr. Selfridge, January 1st at 8:30 on Vision TV. Big Brother is listening, and so are you, to The Conspiracy Show with Richard Syrett from Zoomer Radio, AM 740. And to speak with Richard, call 416-360-0740 or toll free in Ontario at 1-866-740-4740.
Welcome back. Debbie Papadakis, a Hypno Healing Institute is the name of her organization, located here in Toronto, and she is a registered hypnotherapist, past life regression therapist. You may have read about her in Oprah Magazine, O Magazine, and elsewhere. And our subject tonight for our past life regression is Christine, who I understand she's now out of her hypnotic state. Debbie, is that
almost out?
She's almost out.
Should we take it totally out?
If you'd like.
I'm going to count from 1 to 10. At 10, you're going to be back into this normal state, feeling strong, feeling powerful, rejuvenated, totally awake. 1, coming up, feeling, lifting up yourself. Move your hands and feet. Wonderful. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Open your eyes. Feels better, isn't it?
Hello, Christine.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Excited.
Do you have any recollection of what just happened?
I have, yes, I remember excitement in my body. I can remember playing in mud with clogs on my feet.
Yes.
And being quite mesmerized by watching an artist paint.
Do you know who that artist was?
Van Gogh.
It was Van Gogh. Were you surprised to learn?
Yes, very, very surprised. Quite excited.
You mentioned that you were potato farmers. Your family were potato farmers.
Yes.
And that Van Gogh was painting your parents and your family and your house.
Yes, I just have a recollection of being a very young girl, being quite taken by this funny-looking man putting all these colors on a canvas that didn't look very much like what I was seeing.
And you believe that because you are an artist, that you derived your inspiration to paint in this previous life from Van Gogh. You met him.
Yeah, which is quite exciting.
Did he come into your house and paint at all? Do you know?
I don't know. I'd have to be hypnotized, I think, again to
I want to show you. I want to show you a famous painting.
Okay.
By Vincent Van Gogh, I believe. This is it. It's called The Potato Eaters. Does that look at all familiar?
The hats certainly do. For I remember the hats are the hats that were worn by my mother when she was in the field, in the visions I had. Yes, and the wooden inside.
And that little girl, there's you.
There's a little girl in that painting. Could that be you?
It could very well be me.
How does it feel looking at that painting?
Quite bizarre.
And this picture looks like a bit very dark, very...
Yeah, there wasn't that much... Is there any picture of the house? Because I remember that he was painting the house.
And this was a painting that you said is hanging in the gallery in Amsterdam. I'll have to look at. I'll have to look for that. But that was the first thing that came up. Was this?
That's you.
This potato. It's called the Potato Eaters, and that could well be your family, and that could be you, the little girl with the braided hair.
But at one point she said potato family, and then at one point she said potato eaters.
Yes.
Very fast.
I did?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
When you were...
I remember when I was dying, though, I remember saying that the whole town felt that my parents were the very famous potato farmers, and I didn't have a concept as to why they were famous, but it could very well be because of this.
Have you been to Holland, the Netherlands?
No, never, not yet. Not yet.
Now you will.
Yes, but I have, when I go to antique stores, which I love going to, I'm always mesmerized by those blue and white little windmills.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm always, and I love the Don Quixote and the windmill, and I've painted windmills But I don't know why I have this connection to that.
Well, now you do, apparently.
Yes.
How did these images come to you? I'm always fascinated, and I always ask this. When someone undergoes a past life regression, is it like a movie playing in your head? Are there images, sounds, smells? Tell me, walk me through what you experienced.
To me, there was sort of almost sort of an emotional energy as to what I was feeling and thinking. So I would be looking out at my parents working in the field, and then knowing I should be out there working with them. But I was so drawn to this funny sort of man that was doing something different. And I think that I feel like my surroundings were quite dull. But when I went and looked at the canvas, the feelings that I had in me was that he made my house alive with his colors. So there was just this, this little girl's mind, the feeling of just being quite attracted to this that was so unique and different from what I knew around me.
But it seemed real, did it?
It very real.
Not
yeah.
Like a dream?
Well, I felt like giggling and giddy, and when I realized I was wearing clogs, like I could feel the happiness through my whole body. I could feel the excitement of walking in mud in these big shoes.
Right.
What I can say about this, some people will connect through feelings. Some people will connect through pictures. Some people will connect through hearing. So we have the visuals, the kinesthetic, the auditory. With smells, so different people will have experiences through different means.
Yeah. I would say for me it was emotional. Even when I think I went into a church and I could feel that my parents were very upset. So I was emotionally, all nervous because they were upset.
Are you convinced that you've just re-experienced a past life?
Yeah. It resonates with things in my life that are meaningful to me.
All right, we'll take another time out. We'll come back and we'll talk about the benefits of past life regression therapy. You don't have to necessarily believe in reincarnation in order to benefit from this. We'll discuss when we come back. Debbie Papadakis from the Hypno Healing Institute. Our subject tonight, Christine. Back with more of The Conspiracy Show. Don't go away.
Peering into the shadows where the truth often hides. You're listening to The Conspiracy Show with Richard Syrett from Zoomer Radio, AM 740.
Down the escalator, gate 28A.
Say that again.
Can you repeat that? Can also mean you have a hearing loss. Don't want the world to know? Get tested at Hearing Solutions and choose invisible hearing aids with total savings of up to $3,000. Details at hearingsolutions.ca. Consumer Choice Awards pick for Best Hearing Clinic 12 years running. Hearing Solutions, 13 locations, one near you.
It's one small step for man.
You watched as they landed on the moon.
One giant leap for mankind.
And you believed it. It's time you formed your own truth at your unbiased non-fiction source for all suppressed and conspiratorial information. ConspiracyCulture.com. Books, magazines, DVDs, and special events. And Conspiracy Culture, the bookstore for free-thinking Canadians. Queen Street, West Toronto, east of Roncesvalles.
Passcodes, personal identification numbers, social insurance numbers. If they make you wonder how private they are, here's two more numbers. 416-360-0740 or toll free in Ontario 1-866-740-4740.
Whenever we conduct a past life regression live on the air, I'm always busy on the computer trying to find some, verification, a name, a place. We did discover a painting. I'm not that knowledgeable about Vincent van Gogh. I certainly enjoy his work, but we did find a painting here called The Potato Eaters. And our past life regression subject tonight, Christine, was discussing or was in this hypnotic state, or reliving her past life as a potato farmer, and she described Van Gogh being there and painting her family. And your parents, you said, didn't appreciate the depiction. They thought that they were quite upset with Van Gogh. They thought he was making fun of them.
Right.
It is an interesting depiction. I mean, almost cartoonish, this picture, the potato eaters.
Right.
So maybe we can understand why your parents weren't that happy with it. Let's talk with Debbie Papadakis now from the Hypno Healing Institute. What's the benefit of that? She relived a past life.
Mm-hmm.
She is now a painter here in
Mm-hmm.
Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
It appears that she connected with Vincent van Gogh, and this is where she gained her passion for painting. But what's the benefit of that?
The benefit of it? Actually, I need to spend a few more minutes with Christian, which I will at future time. We don't have the time here.
Yeah, but just generally.
Generally, she will go and pick up information from the paintings. She will pick up skills from Van Gogh and bring them into her work today, which I didn't have time to really work on that to do it. Or she would, if she had painted herself at that time, she was a great painter at that time, she can go back and pick up all the skills. But since she wasn't the painter, she was watching Van Gogh, we can go and copy him exactly what he was doing. She can pick up that information and bring that information into her life today. So her paintings are going to improve dramatically by just going back there, and I need to do 20 minutes work on that with her to bring that back.
What are the other benefits of, let's say, for example, as you know, I've laid my cards on the table.
Yes.
I don't subscribe to reincarnation.
That's right.
It's not part of my faith system. However, I recognize there's something very unique going on here. It's genuine. I don't doubt that for a minute. I don't understand exactly what's going on. Maybe, it's possible. Maybe she's experiencing someone else's life. Who knows? Someone else's past life. But my question to you is that if I don't believe in reincarnation, am I going to benefit from this?
Yes, you can still benefit by going back and visiting whatever comes to you. Doesn't have to be reality, doesn't have to be whatever. Just by going back and seeing the events, usually we go and look for the root cause of an issue. Here we were looking for positive, for paintings, for art.
Why she became an artist.
That's right. But we can go back and find out if somebody has illnesses. I mean, Dr. Weiss, Brian Weiss, he says in his books 40% of our illnesses comes from past lives.
40% of our illnesses come from a previous life.
That's exactly what he says, and he's a psychiatrist, and he's the authority in past life regression. And we can go back and bring gifts. We can go back. One of the areas that I work a lot is with relationships. People who have love and hate relationships. They don't want to leave the partner yet. They cannot stand them, or doesn't have to be.
Can't live with them. They can't live without them.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. Those people, if we take them back to the past, they have made some contracts. They have agreements with each other.
What do you mean they made some contracts?
Well, I will never leave you because this life, I left you. And I didn't treat you properly, and then you suffer somehow, and then you come back and you say, oh my God, what I have done, from now on I will take care of you forever.
This is an unwritten contract.
Unwritten contract.
What you're saying is that
this kind of thinking.
They were together in a previous life.
That's right.
And something happened.
This would be in a past life. The contract will be, I will never leave you. I don't mean written contract. I mean verbal.
Right.
Thinking with emotions. I will never leave you, and I will look after you forever. Well, that's enough to destroy your life, because you come back and you are with that person again and again and again, and you can never. What you said was never leave them and never stay with them.
But
because you're resenting now. You want to be with that person. You don't want to be, but you have to be, and you're resenting the person.
Because you don't realize.
You don't realize
in a previous life you made a contract to be with them always.
Well, the minute we clear those contracts, the relationship is over, or the relationship becomes better. Depends.
And you don't always come back as husband and wife, though.
No. It could be a mother and a son. It could be whatever.
And that's the source of the conflict.
Mm-hmm.
If two people don't
and
get along.
The minute you clear that conflict, and that takes 5 minutes, 3 minutes to clear the conflict, all of a sudden the relationship is totally different. Now,
Is it possible, let me ask you this, let's say you have a couple and they're constantly quarreling, always at each other.
Yes.
Is it possible that in a previous life, I don't know, they were on opposing sides of an army, let's say the American Civil War. One was on the Union side and one was on the Confederate side, and that they were...
That's possible, but that could be 5%. 95% would be they were together and they had some conflict between them.
Right.
We seem to be coming back with the same groups of people in order to resolve issues, to learn, to enhance our consciousness, to experience the end of it. We need to experience love, and we go through lessons to learn, so we can have all kinds of conflict from before. I do see people who they have this conflict one against each other, and they come back in this life, but more than not, I see when people have close relationships and different promises.
Let's say someone comes to you and they have an incredible fear of, let's say, commitment or something.
Mm-hmm.
If you send them back to a previous life, a past life regression, you can help them solve that problem?
For sure.
How does that work?
Because that works. Well, you take them back and we have to revisit the event, and they see that in a previous life they were probably close to somebody and this person left them, or they abused them, or something wrong at that time. So by seeing this event and see that the suffering they had to go through, they then make a decision that I don't want to be near anybody, because if I'm near somebody, I will suffer. Therefore, I don't want that. But furthermore, Richard, many people have issues with money.
Sure.
And money issues.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Not enough of it.
Not enough of it, because that's the belief. Not enough of it, and that belief may have come from a past life where you had all kinds of problems, doesn't have to be past life. Can be when you were a child in this current life, when you were in your mother's womb and your parents were fighting about money, and you trying to survive, and you kept saying, but I'll be good, thinking that is my problem. So, and you thinking, if money creates this turmoil in this relationship, I will never have money. Therefore, you never have money. I have worked with hundreds of people, thousands of people with money issues, with relationship issues, with fears. People are afraid of drowning, or they don't go near water because in a past life they drown. And you know how many of us? If we talk hundreds of past lives or thousands of past lives, we all had something.
When you take someone back, let's say they have a fear of water.
Yeah.
And you take them back to a past life, and let's say, I don't know, you discover that they were a Navy, they were in the Navy.
Yeah.
And they went down with a ship or something.
That's right.
That could be very traumatic for them to be experiencing that.
That traumatic event, that trauma stays within you until you go and clear it. And we can't go and clear it.
But when you take them back to that event, isn't that again very traumatic for them?
No, because you re-experience it, and now it's going to be easier. It's going to take a half a second. You just experience it for half a second. For example, I will resolve that by actually, like any fear. Imagine yourself, you have the fear of I'm going to drown, but then I'm going to have you experience that you're alive again. So we go back and forth to experience I'm alive. So therefore, even that drowning second, minute, or whatever the time is, it becomes less and less important, because the I am alive again becomes stronger. That's one way, and many other ways to do it. But you just have to experience for a second. So it's, but in normal way, you experience it every time something happens. So instead of experiencing...
On a subconscious level.
On a subconscious level, but affects your life today. People have fears. They cannot move forward. They're stuck in life. They wanted to have a different life. They're stuck in every area in their life.
And they don't know why.
They don't know why. Is it all past life? No, but if it's not past life, it is in this current life. As children, we learn from our environment, our families. The best people in the world that they meant very well to help us, they implanted so much fear in us in order to keep us safe. And that fear help us, it's not helping us, it's destroying our life.
Some people go through years and years and years of psychoanalysts, and they
Yes.
never get anywhere. I'm thinking
Okay.
of people like Woody Allen, who's been in psychoanalyst for
That's
like
right.
50 years,
Okay.
and he's still messed up.
Okay.
Are you saying that someone can circumvent that whole process?
In few sessions, number of sessions. Usually I see people in 5-6 sessions, and that's all my work. But what's happening is think of 3 plates, okay? 3 plates. One is bigger than the other. The outside plate is your conscious mind with all the logic, all the analysis, all the thinking. Think of the word thinking, okay? That's the outside, which is the conscious mind. The middle side, the middle one, is the subconscious where all the emotions exist. And I'm talking about feelings, emotions, anger, sadness, hurt, pain, love, you name it, all of them, including the beliefs. I'm good enough, I'm not good enough, I can do this, I cannot do this, whatever. And then and then in the middle of it, the total middle of it is the unconscious, which is the body response. It's called the bodily function something.
Right.
Anyway, it's the body response. In other words, if I face something, or if I think of something, if I think of my mother, the associate feeling from the subconscious would take over. If I love my mother, let's say. So I have the thinking from the conscious, this feeling from the subconscious automatic response, and then my body will respond positively if I love my mother, because the love feeling goes through my body. But let's say I'm thinking of somebody who I don't like. Okay, the same idea goes there. I'm thinking from the conscious. The negative feelings, anger, sadness, hurt, pain, or whatever it is, comes from the subconscious, and the unconscious, which is my body, will put me down. In other words, or you lift yourself up, or you dying every minute you're thinking of something.
And that response travels from one lifetime to the next.
That's right. And now talking about why it would take a long time and all that, in a regular therapy, most people will use the analysis. In the hypnotherapy, we use the feelings. We change the feelings. And once you change the feelings,
involuntary bodily
thank you.
feelings.
As soon as we change the feelings, the response is different.
Right.
And we have different techniques and modal ways to change those feelings.
If someone wants to make an appointment with you at the Hypno Healing Institute, what do they do?
What they do, call our office 416-760-8996, or go on our website www.hypno-healing.com and call us. We have workshops that come in. But I also want to mention one thing. Myself and a scientist from the States, where's my information, please? Dr. LJ, we're writing a book on sleep, because I specialize in sleep issues.
All right.
And we specialize. And we're writing a book on sleep, and specifically for shift workers. And another 5 months, 4 or 5 months, the book is going to come out. I would like all of you please to let us know, because it's going to be an incredible book with techniques how to resolve sleep issues, and also with a website to have tapes on or CDs or music, whatever it is, the induction.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to that.
Yes, we can have that. And also, I would like to say to people that in January 4th, we have a World Hypnotism Day, and we have a workshop. Please call us at 416-760-8996 and come to our office to join in our workshop.
Debbie Papadakis, the Hypno Healing Institute, thank you so much. Christine, our regression subject, thank you. And the website's still down, but its relaunch is imminent, richardsyrett.com. Say hello on Twitter at Richard Syrett, and as always, follow the truth.
Thank you.